Colt is in Montgomery, Alabama. Hi, Colt. How are you?
I'm doing well, Dave. Thank you. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, first I'll start out. I'm absolutely emotionally, mentally, in almost every way, fashion exhausted financially. I read your book in 2018 when I was on my last military deployment. I'm actually active military. I've been in 10 years now.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So read your book, got motivated, started following your steps, paid off almost $40,000 in debt in just the first 9 months of being on your plan. Then in 2019, I thought, well, I'm in a better position. I'm going to buy a fixer-upper house. I can do all the work myself. I'm blue-collar, old farm boy. Thought I could take care of it. Well, 4 months later, military dropped me orders, and I'm stuck with this house, and I'm like, I can't really rent it out in this status. So I made the dumb decision and panicked and put a whole lot of work into the house on credit cards. And the last 2 years, I've just been treading water. The tenants that I had in it for 2 years trashed it. So all the work I put into it pretty much was just undone. And then I had thought really passively last summer about selling it because the market's hot. But then I thought, no, I'm still not ready to part with it. It's an investment. I'll get a roommate that's a best friend from another state, move him, and he was happy to move in. And then we walked in the door and went, oh my gosh, this house. So
no, I'm sorry. What's wrong with the house?
They were showering without a shower curtain. So the deal this week is the wall in the bathroom buckled inward. So I spent 2 weeks of PTO or leave. I completely gutted and raided the bathroom. Every blind in the house was gone, just the filth.
This is the roommate?
No, this is
was
the
not
renters.
the roommate. This was the tenants.
Oh, that's
These
when
are
you
the
discovered the
renters.
tenants. Okay, so then you panicked and you've
Yeah.
been on credit cards and you built it back, right? So what kind of
Well,
condition is it in today?
It's in a position where it still needs paint. Kitchen's still a mess, but I mean it's livable.
Mm-hmm.
But
what do you owe on it?
140.
And how much credit card debt did you run up?
35,000.
What would it sell for today as it sits?
Talked to a realtor the other day. She said probably around 230.
Sell it.
You would sell it?
There was nothing in your conversation with me that sounded fun so far. You suck at this real estate thing.
Yes.
Everything you've touched has turned to poop on this, man.
Yes.
Get rid of it.
And
there's nothing here fun.
I've been working in addition to school.
When
in
I
addition to
said
military,
that, you breathed better.
I know.
When I said sell it, you went, thank God.
Hey, and dude, listen, you and I could probably talk for an hour. You and me and Dave could talk for an hour. You got other stuff in your life going on, don't you?
Yes.
Way too much. And you're running 10 years on deployment return and deployment return. And I hear your voice is crackling. You're fried. Is that right?
Yep.
You
I am,
have
especially
to get,
after last week.
You've got to get some margin.
Yeah, you get some stuff off your plate.
Even if that means go live on base, go rent.
Yeah. Fire yourself from anything you can to make your life simpler.
I really needed to hear that because that's what I told myself when I was driving home. I said, I've got to make my life more simple.
Calm. Like almost boring. You need some boredom.
Go talk to a counselor.
Yeah.
Go take up fishing. You got to find some people. Go hang out with some people that aren't in the mental.
Desperate enough to take up fishing.
Well, I was going to say golf, and then I thought I love him. He loves our country, so I don't want to encourage golf. But hey, look, you got to get some friends. You have to. Your life has been living you for a decade, and it's been one of service and one of a lot of trauma and a lot of exhaustion.
And this real estate thing is just one more chapter.
Yeah.
Where it's riding you, you're not riding it.
So I'm not telling you to get out of the military. Just keep doing what you're doing, but you got to create a life. Like, okay, now I got to crest this wave. Kind of like Dave is a great ski instructor, and when you first start skiing and you're sitting in the water and you come out and it's just blasting you in the face, eventually you can stand up and you crest and you get on top of that thing. Boats still going the same speed. Right. Everything's still going the same, except you're on top of it. That's what we're talking about, and that talks about that's you backing up and deciding I'm going to do some things in my life differently so I can be well.
What else can you fire yourself from?
Well, the second other job that I picked up on the side that I'm exhausted in washing campers up in the hot Alabama sun to try
Done.
to bring in some extra cash.
You don't
on the
need
weekends.
you don't need extra cash. We just got rid of the house and put some money in your pocket.
You're debt free.
Yeah, that would be great.
Move on base, get a 1-bedroom apartment, just Control Alt Delete, man. Go to the gym, laugh,
Right.
go play golf. God, don't play golf, but whatever, right? Get some joy in your life, man. You've worked too hard and you've given too much of yourself to continue to run like this.
Go to the range and drop 1,000 rounds down range. That's stress
now
relieving.
we can both
There you
agree
go.
on that
That's stress relieving. Okay, and the government will pay for it.
The only other question I have though is just my roommate just moved down. Best friend moved down just in February. I'm still trying to figure out how I
hand him a little
how
bit of
I
a
spring
check
that.
when his house sells. Hand him a little bit of a check.
Give him $5,000 and
Okay.
say, go get a
No,
place.
give him if you gave him $1,000 and said, "I'm sorry, I got to get out of this. This is killing me." The $1,000 is just to say, "I'm sorry." What would he say?
Okay. He would, as good of friends as we are, I think he would be perfectly fine with that, but it's still just the emotion. Like I feel like I failed him.
You didn't feel nobody.
So there's that's how I feel about it also. So there's that part of it.
Well, it's why you serve in the military. You're a man of honor. And
Right.
so you're going to always have those feelings about things, and they're always going to be about 2x what reality is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did fail him, but it ain't near as big as it feels like inside of you. In other words, no
Right.
big deal, okay? If his life was all hooked up, he wouldn't have come.
Right.
It isn't like you disjointed some guy from his medical degree. He didn't have nothing to do anyway. That's why he lives in your house.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's okay. He's going to be all right. Yeah, give him $1,000 to say thank you or I'm sorry or whatever you want to call it, and call that honor, and it is honor. And help him some other way if you can without signing up for some extra job. Quit washing campers. Go put 1,000 rounds downrange. Get yourself in a simplified life, boring life. And
Some
I'm going to
friends.
send you a copy of John's book, Own Your Past, Change Your Future. You need to read this book. Hold on. You're going to love it. You're going to go, oh, there I am. This is The Ramsey Show.